Hello guys, today I'm gonna be showing you how to defeat the Twin Lion Hero's Realm in Where Winds Meet. In order for the fight to begin, someone has to pick up the ball in front of the group. The ball is best to be picked up by the tank because it gives the player who carries it aggro and the bleeding stack. When you pick up the ball, a progress bar will appear on your screen. This bar fills up over time, and when it fills completely, the boss will steal the ball and go berserk. What you'll need to do is to press F a few seconds before the bar fills up to pass the ball on one of your teammates. It's best for the other tank to pick up the ball, since the boss will again swap aggro and apply a bleeding stack to the new carrier. Every time the ball changes hands, a stack will be added to the UI, which you can see right here. Eventually, the boss will reach 3 stacks and will cast Lion at the door, dashing to the player with the ball for heavy damage and stealing it. Although it is impossible to prevent the ball from being stolen at this point, it is possible to perfect dodge the attack to avoid taking damage. When the boss gets the ball, becomes berserk and will take reduced damage from normal attacks. The entire party will need to parry the next attacks to deplete its ki and end the berserk mode. The first attack will be a huge slam AoE. All players must stand inside it and attempt to perfect parry. The more players who successfully parry, the more ki the boss loses. The second attack, called Blooming Ground, targets multiple locations in the arena. Players must move into the circles and parry as many of them as possible to further deplete the boss's ki bar. Now let's take a look at the fight from the beginning, and I will explain what's happening as we go. As main tank, I picked up the ball first and start the fight. As you can see, the progress bar slowly fills up. When the boss casts Spring Leap, I move away from the party and try to perfect dodge to avoid taking damage. Next, the boss casts Ascending the Heights and spawns pillars around the arena. Each time it jumps onto a pillar, it deals AoE damage. If it manages to jump to all of them, it will slam the ground and wipe the entire group. The best strategy here is to focus and destroy the last pillar. It is easy to identify it because it has no arrow in front of it, and the party will have enough time to destroy it for sure. As you can see, when the boss jumped to it, the final pillar broke and got staggered. Also notice that right now we have passed the ball once, so we have 1 stack on this UI right here. During this run, I also had to press F to throw the ball to the other tank. I aimed an open area to avoid confusion and passed the ball on the ground. At this point, everyone rushed to destroy the final pillar. It goes without saying that if you have the AoE mark on you, you should take it away from your teammates, unlike myself. The boss then performs a few basic attacks that aren't worth mentioning, and eventually it will cast Auspicious Lion, and you will get a prompt saying use Celestial Seeds to catch Zhao. When this happens, use Celestial Seeds and look up at the sky where 3 green lanterns will appear. Each lantern your team collects grants the entire group a stack of extra defense. These buffs are very important for survival because the boss will inevitably enter Berserk mode later and will deal heavy raid-wide AoE damage. Now I will switch on another attempt to show you the final mechanic, Copper Shadow. The boss will spawn a coin in the middle of the arena and players must shoot it with their bows. We found that it's best to spam bow attacks instead of charging them for maximum DPS. It is vital that all players focus at the coin, as the DPS check is quite tight, so make sure that everyone has arrows before entering the fight. At the same time, players will be tethered with a purple line. When this progress bar fills, they will become charmed. I haven't fully tested this, but since it has an eye icon, maybe that bar stops progressing if you aren't looking at the coin. During this phase, the boss may already be berserk and dealing heavy raid-wide AoE damage. We found that it's best to stand near the center, almost underneath the coin, while shooting, because it makes it a lot easier for our healers to keep everyone alive. So when the boss goes berserk, it starts with continuous AoE damage attacks. After that, it casts the large AoE slam attack I've mentioned earlier. All players must stand inside it and perfect parry it. As you can see, the boss's ki bar drops significantly after this deflect. Next, it casts Blooming Ground and players spread out to stand in the smaller red circles and parry them as well. Again, the more successful parries, the more ki is depleted. Additional tip, every yellow AoE attack that targets you can be perfectly dodged to avoid damage entirely. And that pretty much will cover everything you will need to know to defeat the Twin Lion Hero's Realm in Where Winds Meet. A special shout out and thanks to my guild for helping me record this footage. If you like this kind of videos, make sure to leave a like and some positive feedback, subscribe for more relevant content, and see you on the next video.